Like many holidays, St. Patrick's Day has special foods and traditions associated with it. Every year my Mima would make corned beef and cabbage to celebrate, and now I too make corned beef every year. Now this recipe, which is excellent, comes to us from Nick Iverson in Colorado, and what makes it special is that we're going to make corned beef from scratch, and that allows you to customize the flavors to exactly what you like. The first step for this homemade corned beef is to create the brine. Back in the day, corned beef was salt cured, but more commonly today, it's created using a brine. Now, you might be wondering, why would I go to all the trouble to create corned beef from scratch when I can just buy it in the store? Well, this is why. The brine, you can customize the flavors to exactly what you want, and I'm going to show you how. First, I'm going to add plenty of kosher salt. Next, I'm going to add some brown sugar. And this next ingredient is actually a really important ingredient. It's pink curing salt. Now, this is what gives the corned beef its traditional pinkish red color. If you can't find this in your local grocery store, you can find it at a specialty spice house or even order it online. I'm going to add that. Next, I'm going to add some garlic cloves that I've crushed. The brine is what gives the corned beef its great flavor. And now you can buy a pre-made pickling spice in the store, but I'm going to use our in-house pickling spice, which consists of mustard seed, some allspice berries, some coriander, some cloves, ground ginger, as well as some crushed red pepper flakes for some nice heat. Now, as I mentioned, you can use whatever you like to create this pickling spices blend, and that will impart the flavors that you love to the corned beef. Now, I'm also going to add a little bit of cinnamon. This is a cinnamon stick that I crushed, as well as some bay leaves, and I'm just going to break those up into the mix as well. There you go. I'm going to mix that up. And I'm only going to use about a quarter cup of this mix. So 2 tablespoons goes in to the brine. And then I will use 2 tablespoons when I cook the corned beef. The next step is to bring this to a boil. The purpose of bringing this to a boil is to dissolve the salts and sugars into the liquid, as well as infuse the liquid with those great pickling spices. Okay, so my brine has come to a boil. I'm going to turn off the heat, let it come to room temperature, then transfer this whole thing to the fridge and chill thoroughly. Corned beef is a great way to celebrate Irish American heritage. It wasn't until Irish immigrants came to the United States that they were introduced to corned beef. Back in those days, it was an economic choice, and so instead of the traditional pork and potatoes, it became corned beef and cabbage, and a tradition was born. Beside me, I have my chilled brine. In front of me, I have a deep roasting pan and a double layer of oven roasting bags. This is what I'm going to place the beef and the brine into. For me, this is the most difficult part. There's no graceful way to do it, so let's just dive in. Place my beef in the bags. Now I'm going to slowly transfer the brine into the bags. When making corned beef from scratch, you need to do some advanced planning. The brine, of course, needs to chill, and then the beef needs to rest in the brine for 10 days. That's right, 10 whole days. I'm going to carefully pour the rest of my brine into the bags. And now I'm going to seal up both bags carefully while squeezing out as much air as possible. And secure both bags with a handy dandy twist tie. And now I'm going to transfer this whole thing to the refrigerator. Every day or so, I'm going to move the bags around, ensure that the beef is completely submerged in the brine, and that the pickling spices are evenly distributed. Scientifically speaking, this process is called reverse osmosis. What will happen? The beef will release some of its own water molecules and then draw in some of the brine water molecules, and that's how the flavor penetrates the whole piece of meat. In front of me, I have beef that has been in the brine for 10 whole days. Now it's time to cook, but first it's time to drain and discard the brine. I'm also going to rinse off the beef under cold running water just to remove any excess salt and particles of pickling spice. You'll notice right away that the beef is an unusual color, maybe purplish gray, but don't worry, once it's cooked, it's going to be a beautiful pinkish red on the inside. So without further ado, it's time to cook the corned beef. I'm just going to transfer it to a large stock pot. Now, if you don't have a stock pot that's quite this large, that's okay. You can always cut the piece of meat in half, and that's totally fine. To the meat, I'm going to add 2 onions, 2 carrots, and 2 stalks of celery. That's going to add great flavor to the meat. I'm also going to add the remaining 2 tablespoons of pickling spice as well. And now all I have to do is cover this with water. As you can see, the liquid has come to a boil, so now it's time to cover the pot, reduce the heat, and let it simmer until it's nice and tender and ready to eat, which should take somewhere around 3 hours. My corned beef is cooked and perfectly tender. I removed it from the brining liquid, and now it's time to slice. You can see that beautiful pink color coming through. And when you cut into the brisket, just make sure that you cut against the grain. After I removed the corned beef from the pot, I kept that liquid. I'm actually going to use it to cook additional vegetables to serve with my corned beef. That liquid is full of great flavor, and it's going to infuse the vegetables, and they're going to pair beautifully with the corned beef. There are lots of ways to enjoy the homemade corned beef. Obviously, you can serve it warm with your favorite vegetables, some potatoes, and rye bread. Corned beef hash is also a great choice. My personal favorite, though, is to use the corned beef to make delicious Reuben sandwiches. Once you taste this homemade corned beef, I know you'll be hooked and you'll enjoy it as much as I do.